Hello, everyone, and welcome to the JV matchup here with the Bishop O'Connell Knights, hosted by the Yorktown Patriots in Girls High School Lacrosse. I'm Michael Shea. We're bringing you the action on this very delightful April early evening here at Greenbrier Stadium. Yorktown controlled the first face-off of the match. And they've got a shot off on goal, but we'll come back and reset things a little bit. Anna Macon Corcoran for Yorktown there for the face-off. And now at this end of the field, trying to put it in, and she scores the first goal of the match. So the Patriots take a 1-0 lead on the Knights. I have to apologize in advance. We don't have uniform numbers for the roster for Bishop O'Connell, for the JV team. If you tune into our coverage of the varsity match, which is a little bit later today, we'll have the roster names and that. So I'm expecting that we're going to see quite a number of very good plays, individual effort from a lot of these Bishop O'Connell players, and but we can't identify them by name. But I will try to get their names into the game. That was number 16 for Bishop O'Connell, who took that face-off following the goal scored by Yorktown. And O'Connell now on the attack. They're bringing it downfield. Trailing by one here early in the match. And a shot on goal, handled by the Yorktown goalie, who I think is Morgan Agrio, one of the 9th graders on the Yorktown JV team. So I'll quickly run through the Bishop O'Connell roster for JV. Anna Burns, Caroline Burns, Helen Cabero, Annabella Caproletti, Olivia Chiappetta, and Yorktown picked up its second goal. So they've now have a 2-0 lead. Came down quickly and got a shot off before the O'Connell defense was fully set. So Anna Macon Corcoran will be back at midfield for the face-off. And she's squaring up against number 14 from the Bishop O'Connell Knights. Ella Clark, Veronica Cole, Emma Cunningham, and the O'Connell Knights, Emma Cunningham, Caroline Dommel, Gabriela Franjosa Briseo, Catherine Glenn, Anna Goodson, Devin Hung, Megan Hosker, Natalie Lychek, Kendall McGowan, Claire McNamara, Grace Mern, Elizabeth Paparo, Abigail Snarzik, Audrey Spahn, Abigail Spruill, Morgan Thomas Kate, Wayner, Elizabeth West, Alexa Wooten, and Sydney Wright. And that's the Bishop O'Connell JV roster as we get a stop in action so we can get a shoelace tied and a ball retrieved. All right, so Bishop O'Connell now quickly downfield on the attack, trying to come back from a 2-0 deficit. But Yorktown able to fall back quickly on defense. O'Connell now looking for an opening. Both the teams have shown earlier they can run the field, so we're going to see some, I think, a lot of fast breaks, and we'll probably also see a lot of defensive efforts to fall back and be in place. And that pass gets a little bit away and goes as a turnover. So Corcoran for Yorktown will start the possession. Trying to go the length of the field and get their shot on goal. And she's pressured, coming down the near sideline here. And she's got a step on her defender, but good team defense by O'Connell to slide and come in and stop Corcoran. She has to pass it off, and that pass goes to Maya Murphy. Maya Murphy, one of the 8th graders on this Yorktown JV team. And a nice save from the Bishop O'Connell goalie, who's now blocked a couple shots early in the game. But Yorktown, over after a turnover, quickly downfield again. Pressuring goal and scoring for the 3rd goal. Good sprint from Yorktown. I didn't see who scored the goal, but after the turnover, they got the ball down pretty quickly. Before O'Connell had a chance to set up its defense, got a shot off and picked up her 3rd goal of the game. So back to midfield with Yorktown up by 3 here early in the game. And I think that's Corcoran again for the face-off. Corcoran obviously not the role of Fogo. She's staying on the field after the face-off, and she controls that one. She was squaring up against number 14 for Bishop O'Connell. And now there's some contention for the ball at about what is the 35-yard line. She's with an early lead. This is early in the season for both these teams. Both off to pretty good starts, though. The Patriots won their first 6 matches of this season and then lost a couple days ago to a tough Langley team. And Bishop O'Connell, they've won 3 out of the 5 games that they've played so far this season. And they also had, in addition to those 5 games on the schedule, they had 3 scrimmages against some tough teams before the season started. So they've early in the season, but they've seen a lot of playing time so far. So Yorktown now again pressuring goal, but the O'Connell defense is keeping them at bay. And just to quickly run through the Yorktown JV roster. As Ainsley Burke, after the play resumed, was able to charge the goal and get a shot off for the 4th goal for Yorktown. And we'll come back to midfield now. Yorktown up 4-0 here in the first half. The Yorktown JV roster is Isabel Ainge. Number 1. Number 2 is Tessa Dickens. Number 3 is Anna Macon Corcoran, who we've seen on the faceoffs. 4 is Kathleen Dietrich. 5 is Katya Olson. 6 is Madeline Henshaw. 7 is Maya Murphy. 8, Ella Rigoli. And Yorktown again controls the faceoff, and they're coming downfield again. That is number 8, Ella Rigoli. Ella Rigoli, midfielder, and also one of the 8th graders. There's a large number of 8th graders on this Yorktown JV team. In general, and that's the 5th goal. So after some close action, they're able to find net and push the lead to 5-0. I was just saying, in VHL sports, where a sport is not offered at the middle school level, it is common for 8th graders to be eligible to play at the high school level, and with no freshman team in lacrosse here at Yorktown, they are eligible for the JV team. And we'll get another face-off from Corcoran. And I think that is number 14 for Bishop O'Connell. Continuing on with the Yorktown JV roster, number 9 is Melissa Barrera Vedera. 10 is Alexa Gramada. 11 is Madeline Williams. 12 is Kathy Mahan. 13 is Ainsley Burke. And that is the 6th goal. So Yorktown now pushing their lead here early in the game.
Shake it off.
We are back after a timeout, and we're back from the face-off with Yorktown on a 6-0 lead. Still early in the game, and O'Connell, number 14, controls the face-off, brings it downfield quickly. And O'Connell's on the board. Nice shot. Good sprint to the goal. A little bit of congestion in there, which can sometimes screen where the shot is coming from, but very good shot. That screening affects the goalie as well as the shooter in this case. So we're back to midfield now. O'Connell's on the board. Yorktown up 6-1. And just to give you the rest of the Yorktown JV roster. 14 is Carly LaPierre. 16 is Caroline Burgesson. 17 is Evelyn Lowen. 18 is Sarah Gwynn. 19 is Kayla Peel. 22 is Jillian Howell. 23, Anna Christina Fatimi. 24, Caitlin Statford. And number 25, who I think is in goal tonight, is Morgan Agrio. And now Yorktown back on the attack. Number 16, Caroline Burgesson brought it down, but passed off. And now Yorktown is moving it around in front of the crease area. A nice shot blocked. And Devin Hong is coming down with the ball. Good sprint for her. She finds a little open field, passes off, but the shot is handled by the Yorktown goalie. So Agrio has let one slip by her tonight, but she's having a good night in the net. As O'Connell's gotten off some good shots, but they've been mostly stopped by Agrio. And Corcoran again, contesting for possession here on the near side, but with the turnover. And number 8 for O'Connell will start the action. She passes across field to the mid area. Shot is backed up. O'Connell retains possession. And there's a shot that's a little bit wide, but again, O'Connell good backing up with the shot. They retain possession. Now they're trying to force the issue. And that might have been a case of too many players near the crease area, and it makes it difficult to score. So O'Connell, in kind of a reset, they've been have good possession for them. They've retained the possession for a long time, gotten a few shots off. And they tried and they pick up their second goal. A nice move. Quick first step, beat the defender, turned the corner, and got off a really good shot at that very tight angle. There's not a lot of room for error with that shot, but there was no error in the shot. So O'Connell picks up its second goal, and they now trail 6-2. And number 14, who I think might be Devin Hong, is back in midfield. Going up against Anna making Corcoran. And O'Connell controls this face-off and now brings it down. Pass gets away. Here's the chase to the end line. And it'll be Yorktown ball. number 22, Jillian Howell. Again, one of the 8th graders on this team is coming down the near side of the field.
Stay there.
And number 35 for Bishop O'Connell keeps the pace. Has to stop at a certain point. And now the ball's a little loose down by the Yorktown goal. So O'Connell, after the turnover, is now coming downfield. All right, clear a little space for number 14, Devin Hong. And she passes over. Nice pass to number 34, and then on the sprint, though, 34 loses the ball but is able to reclaim it. And once again, Bishop O'Connell, excellent job backing up their shots and prolonging the possession. But there's a loose ball. And I think that is Jillian Howell again coming down this near sideline. Runs into a double team, able to pass it off. Good forward progress by Yorktown, some good passing. And the ball's quickly downfield. Yorktown wants to slow the pace just a little bit, try to set up something on offense. And Corcoran with a nice move eludes the defender, but can't find any room to move after that, so she retreats and passes off. Good tight defense by Bishop O'Connell right now, making Yorktown work for a shot. 6-2, Patriots over the Knights. Still early in the game. Yorktown put up 6 goals, and then O'Connell has answered with 2. These teams both in Arlington County, but because they play in different leagues, different conferences, they aren't always on the schedule for each other each year. But it is nice to see them being able to play this year. Lacrosse is a growing and popular sport in the area, but the community of lacrosse players is still pretty tight. So a lot of these student athletes may play on some club teams together, or they may know each other from summer camps. I'm sure they enjoy a chance to mix it up here on the field. So a nice save from the O'Connell goalie.
All right, go down.
And Bishop O'Connell, and I think that's Devin Hong, is starting the possession and coming downfield. Quickly covered by several Yorktown players, but she's still got the ball. Okay, that was a nice move by number 14 on Bishop O'Connell, and I think there might have been some contact from a stick on the O'Connell player, and that'll be a penalty. I didn't see the number of the person the penalty was assessed on. But give credit to number 14 for Bishop O'Connell. She had about 4 players on her, and she got past them, so good open field running.
Make it work, O'Connell.
Tight defense, 14 passes off. She finds number 6, who has a little trouble with possession but retains it, and I think All right, so we start things from about the 20-yard line. O'Connell puts the middle field number 34. She looks inside. Finds number 8, but
Back in the net!
we'll start it again now. And I think O'Connell had the right idea. They passed to the back of the net, but the pass went a little long. But we had some contact from Yorktown, so O'Connell still retains position. Nice pass, finds the person inside, and picks up the goal. Great assist, and then a quick move gives O'Connell their 3rd goal. After a possession, after play is stopped in that kind of a situation, if you're going to score, you're probably going to score quickly, and that's exactly what they did right there. So back to midfield for a face-off. Yorktown 6, O'Connell 3. Corcoran for Yorktown, and number 16 for Bishop O'Connell. And the face-off was kind of indeterminate who had it, but O'Connell ends up with it. And number 21 for Bishop O'Connell on a good sprint downfield. She's double-teamed. Now she's triple-teamed. And she runs into basically a wall of Yorktown players able to pass off to the middle of the field. And another goal for O'Connell. All right, we are back. O'Connell now trailing by 2. Yorktown 6, O'Connell 4. And another face-off, controlled by O'Connell. Number 8 trying to come downfield. Yorktown playing a very tight defense, making O'Connell earn every pass, every shot. And now number 7 going to the far corner. She gets a pass off to the back of the net. It feels a little bit like spring has been delayed here in Arlington, here at Greenbrier Stadium. We're not seeing a lot of things around the field fully in bloom. I'm sorry, not another goal for Bishop O'Connell. Might have been a crease violation, and the ball ends up on the near side. But now to be O'Connell's ball. They will start possession around the 25-yard line. Yorktown still up by 2. Pass gets away, goes to the middle. Yorktown gets the ball and a turnover. Now Yorktown on the attack coming upfield. Corcoran, another good run downfield. She finds a teammate open close to the goal, and Yorktown picks up its 7th goal. Nice fast break.
Go blue. Set it right.
So we are back for a face-off. Corcoran again facing off for Yorktown. And number 16 for Bishop O'Connell. Ball gets loose. It's still not under control. So Yorktown now pressuring goal, gets a shot off, and picks up their 8th goal. So several of these Yorktown goals have been a result of some quick sprinting and quick scoring before the defense for O'Connell's had a chance to really set itself up. And here comes Corcoran again downfield. She controlled the face-off. She's in for a shot, but it's blocked. Out, in fact, didn't even get into the crease. And now Bishop O'Connell on a fast break. Oh, and we'll see what the call is. I think there might have been some contact. So number 8 for Bishop O'Connell. I think her protective gear came off during that tumble, but she looks like she's okay. And I think another contact, illegal contact from Yorktown. So Bishop O'Connell trying to bring it down toward the net quickly, but they can't control the pass, but good coverage backing up their teammates, and they've got the ball. Number 12 passes back to number 35. And a nice move, number 35. Number 35. That might be Libby West. I'm not really sure. Again, we don't have the uniform numbers, but a really nice shot and some nice move near the goal by number 35 on Bishop O'Connell. But Yorktown now controls this face-off, and number 6, Madeline Henshaw, brought it down quickly and had to back off, and Yorktown now trying to reset on offense. Probably work it around and then look for a shot. Yorktown has an 8-5 lead, and the shot by the Patriots easily handled. And that is the end of the first half. All right, we're back for the second half. I think it might be Sydney Wright, who is a freshman for Bishop O'Connell in goal. She's made several nice saves. And at the face-off, number 3, Corcoran for Yorktown, and number 16 for Bishop O'Connell. So Devin Hong, number 14 for Bishop O'Connell. Now coming downfield, she's got some open space. Yorktown got back just in time after a very fast sprint from Devin Hong, and was able to play enough defense to force a turnover. But they're contesting with the ball now around midfield. Yorktown here early in the second half. They're up 8-5 over cross-county rival Bishop O'Connell. So number 10 for Bishop O'Connell trying to triple team. She's able to get a pass off to number 21. And O'Connell slows it down and tries to work it around. Both teams, when they've gotten back and had time to set up their defense, are playing good defense tonight. Several of these scores in this 8-5 game are after a fast break or some other broken play type thing. So Yorktown will retain possession. And they're coming downfield now. Corcoran again takes it to the middle of the field. And after some contact, Yorktown retains possession. All right, so O'Connell now plays some good defense down by the goal, and after a scramble for the ball, comes up with it, but and then there was a turnover and then another turnover. You can see just in the lower screen just there the varsity, some of the varsity players, which is the match coming up after this one, warming up by jogging around the field. So Bishop O'Connell goalie Sidney Wright comes out to try to force the issue and has to scramble back after a turnover. So it will be Yorktown ball starting from behind the net. Corcoran starting things off with a pass. And Madeline Henshaw trying to, I'm sorry, not Madeline Henshaw, that was Melissa Barrera Vieta. Tried to come down to the middle and charge the goal and come up with a goal. But there was some contact, and she will start from about the 15-yard line. Not quite lined up with the goal, but a good scoring opportunity for the Patriots. Oh, and she was able to get through the defense, but couldn't get the handle on her shot. Shooting from close range, and Bishop O'Connell was backing it up, or actually Yorktown was not backing up. Bishop O'Connell gets the possession. And again, we're stopped because of some contact, and it's a turnover. So Yorktown will start possession. Ainsley Burke, quite close to the goal, and good scoring opportunity for the Patriots. They pass inside, so the assist from Ainsley Burke to Melissa Barrera Vieta. And Barrera Vieta does not miss this goal. She gets it, slips it past Sidney Wright, who's in goal for Bishop O'Connell. All right, back to midfield. Another face-off. Yorktown rebuilding some of its lead. They broke out to an early 6-0 lead, and O'Connell has rallied back to be within 3. But we're now in a 9-5 game here in the second half. Both these schools consistently have, I think, large rosters, and they consistently draw from a deep talent pool. So there aren't any freshman lacrosse teams at the high school level in our area. But given the popularity of the sport, and I think the growing enrollment across Northern Virginia, well, of course, with O'Connell being in the Washington Catholic Athletic Conference, a lot of the rivals are in D.C. and Maryland. But this is a regional-wide. Lacrosse is a big sport in this region, the DMV. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we start seeing some freshman teams a few years down the road, not too long.
Nice, good job.
All right, another save and goal by Sidney Wright.
Here it comes, get ready.
And that'll be O'Connell.
Okay, Blue.
No, I'm sorry, that will be, yep, that'll be O'Connell ball. Number 25, trying to sprint down the near side. Well defended by Ainsley Burke from Yorktown. And O'Connell retains possession, number 25. Starting pretty much right at midfield here on the near side. Yorktown defense, they had 3 players on the player with the ball. Illegal contact there, and possession retained by O'Connell. Number 25 passes over the far side to number 29, who sprints down, finds number 35. All right, so number 35 has a little trouble with possession, but it ends up being retained by O'Connell. But the errant pass right there gives it back over to Yorktown. And here come the Patriots. O'Connell able to get back on defense. And a very nice goal. Kathleen Dietrich, midfielder and 8th grader on this Yorktown team. Great job of threading her way through the defense and getting off a close range shot and slipping it past the goalie. So Yorktown gets its lead back up to 5 here in the second half. And Corcoran will be back on the faceoff for the Yorktown Patriots. And she's squaring off against number 14 for the Bishop O'Connell Knights. So we've seen some nice shooting from both of these teams tonight. And Kathleen Dietrich, the latest example of that, to give Yorktown its 10th goal. Long pass to start possession. And the ball kind of scoots around, and Devin Hong, number 14 for the Knights, gets it downfield. And so O'Connell retains possession and will resume play close to the net. Good scoring opportunity for O'Connell. And there's a shot, and there's the goal. Devin Hong, after a infraction, stopped play. And with 11:08 to go in the second half, we have 10-6 score Yorktown over O'Connell. So Yorktown having a little trouble getting the ball downfield. Good pressing defense from O'Connell. But Caleb Beal was able to get off to the middle of the field to one of her teammates, and Yorktown now just settling back. They're up by 4. Just over 10 minutes left to go in the game. And a goal. Melissa Barrera Vieda took a pass behind the net, and with a quick move came around the front, stayed out of the crease, and put in Yorktown's 11th goal of the night. Patriots back up by 5. Anna Macon Corcoran again facing off for the Patriots. Yorktown Patriots control the face-off. They're coming downfield now. Good sprint on the far side. And another goal. So with a lot of defenders and players on the attack just outside the crease. Yorktown is able to slip one past the goalie and pick up their 12th goal, so they're back up to a 6-goal lead. That's the lead they had early in the game. And here in the later part of the second half, they're back up 12-6. Our camera's over on the Bishop O'Connell side. They've got a good number of fans out here tonight. And you can see, visually, you can see on the far side the Yorktown fans up in the stands here at Greenbrier. So some good defense by the Patriots, but a little too aggressive. Number 15 on a good run, eludes several defenders, passes to number 3. O'Connell keeps it near the goal, right outside the crease. O'Connell still in possession. Nice move to elude 2 defenders. And I think that might have been off the bar on the side of the goal, so a good shot that didn't quite make it. The bar sometimes is the goalie's best friend, and that kept the ball out of the goal. But O'Connell, throughout the game, they've done a good job of backing up their shots. So they retain possession there. And they're going to look for a quick strike right here. And an errant pass turnover. Yorktown now back with the ball, up by 6 goals. And ready to come downfield, but all right, we're taking a moment to sort this out on the field, and Corcoran will start play again when we get going. She quickly passes over to Kayla Peel, who finds her way up. And there's a shot that is wide to the left. All right, so Yorktown now starting play from behind the O'Connell goal. And Ainsley Burke is trying to find an open teammate, but a good O'Connell defense is making that hard to do. Yorktown up by 6. They'll take their time. And a nice score from Ainsley Burke. She couldn't find anyone to pass to, so she made a quick step and got the scoring opportunity. So Yorktown now up 13-6. And we will go to midfield. And, all right, we're back after the timeout. Corcoran, who's taken every face-off for the Patriots. This time she's up against number 6 on the O'Connell Knights. They've had at least 4 different players in the face-off position. And Corcoran trying to find her way through the O'Connell defense, double, triple teamed, backs off. And she passes the ball to Alexa Gramada, who tries to find a shot, but there's some contact, so. Gramada now able to resume play with a good shot at the goal. And Sydney Wright for the O'Connell Knights. Another good save from her. All right, O'Connell now gets the ball, or trying to move it upfield. Pass goes long. Number 16 among the other, number 19, I'm sorry, trying to fight for it. Almost grabbed by number 1 on O'Connell. And it finally ends up with Melissa Barrera-Villeda, who gets it downfield to the corner. Patriots trying to add their lead. Madeline Henshaw finds the net. So Henshaw stopped at first by some good defense. A couple of quick steps, though. She's able to elude the defender. And from not very far outside the crease, she gets off a shot to put Yorktown up by 8. Their biggest lead of the game. They now lead 14-6 here in the second half. We are down to about 6 minutes left to play in the match. Back to midfield. Another face-off. And this one is ultimately handled by Yorktown. That was Corcoran again for Yorktown, number 6 for the O'Connell Knights. So Yorktown, 8-goal lead now, showing some patience on offense. O'Connell keeping things pretty much buttoned up on defense. Another save from Sydney Wright. And Yorktown, though, not giving Sydney Wright an easy pass. She eventually gets it off to number 10, who has to go around behind the net, is now coming upfield. So let's see, O'Connell can get down the field. Ball goes out of bounds. And Yorktown once again on the attack. They started from about midfield. They're down on the far side now behind the goal. And a good steal from number 6 for Bishop O'Connell. Good defense, and then she took the ball away. But she is triple teamed here on the near side as she tries to get a pass off. And let's see what the call is. All right, so O'Connell retains possession. And desperation pass goes to the middle of the field. And in the scramble, it's Corcoran who comes up with it. And she quickly scores another goal. So Yorktown up 15-6. Scoring quickly after the turnover. Good sprint from Corcoran, and I think Corcoran will be taking a break. She's been out there for every face-off. But it looks like they're sending Ella Rigoli now for Yorktown. Take this face-off with Yorktown up 15-6. And they control the face-off. And that is Ainsley Burke, who's had a goal. She's also gotten some assists. And Yorktown working the ball around. Time running out in the game. And it was Evelyn Lowen who, after some close defense for number 21 for the O'Connell Knights, who I think might be Natalie Lydchak. O'Connell's able to bring the ball down. And Lydchak now finds a way around the defense, able to pass off to number 3. Number 3 makes a charge on the goal. So good effort from the Yorktown goalie to keep the shots away, but O'Connell, good job backing up the shots and getting the rebounds. So we're almost out of time. Yorktown's up 15-6. And let's see where they're going to start. So the Yorktown possession will start pretty much about as far away from the other goal as they can go. They're trying to take it around the far side of the field and come down. They're able to get past the first O'Connell defenders. The ball's past midfield now. And here come the Patriots. But the ball got ahead of them. And it will be O'Connell possession. Now O'Connell will now start from about as far away from the other goal as they can get. Quick pass downfield. Ball's loose at about the 30. Still not entirely anyone's possession, but Yorktown has it. They're coming down to attack. And behind the goal, Yorktown trying to work it. They come around the front. Another save from Sidney Wright. But she's not able to retain possession. And number 16, Carolyn Burgesson, one of those 8th graders from Yorktown, took advantage of finding the ball on the far side of the net. She circled the net and was able to get off a good shot. So the Yorktown Patriots now have a 16-6 lead. We have less than a minute to play, and we'll come back for another face-off. And with the 10-goal advantage, the clock continues to run. So number 34 for O'Connell Knights will square off for the face-off against Ainsley Burke for the Patriots. And the face-off is declared null and void. We're going to do it again. Time almost gone, and that's the match. Yorktown Patriots 16, Bishop O'Connell Knights 6, and that's our JV girls matchup. Thanks for watching.